Superbugs like MRSA and C. difficile have been rife on hospital wards, of course, for years and are still killing hundreds of people in the UK every year.
But infection rates are falling, in some cases dramatically, as hospitals invest in some new technology. Breakfast Jenny Hill joins us from Liverpool this morning. She's finding out more there. Morning, Jenny.
Yes, good morning to you. This is the isolation ward of the Royal Liverpool Hospital. I'm here with Mary. We'll be having a chat to her in just a moment. But first of all, 5 years ago, this hospital was one of the first in the UK when it came to controlling infection. We spent the day here yesterday to find out how they've managed to turn that around.
Colin Law died the day before his 32nd birthday.
This was Colin with his little dog Lady.
His mum told us he'd gone into hospital for some tests. Instead, he contracted MRSA.
It's torn the family apart, really, when you lose someone and when you know it was an unnecessary death, you know, that because it was a dirty hospital.
These days, the war on superbugs is going high-tech. This hydrogen peroxide spray is also used to sterilise spaceships. It's expensive, but infection rates at this hospital in Liverpool have fallen by more than 80%.
I don't think you can put a cost on patient safety, and patient safety is at the forefront of what our organisation is about, and we want to reduce healthcare associated infection, and this piece of technology has proven that it's actually made a significant difference to infection in hospitals.
This is the hospital's isolation unit. Patients with contagious infections can be moved here within 20 minutes. Despite measures like these, though, UK hospitals still fall behind other European countries when it comes to infection control.
The number of people who picked up a serious infection while in hospital has fallen significantly in recent years, and so has the number of related deaths. That said, in the last year, MRSA killed nearly 500 people, and the C. difficile infection killed more than 2,700.
People will notice when they go into their hospitals the amount of times they're asked to wash their hands, the amount of times they see doctors nowadays wearing nothing below their elbow. All of those things are part of the overall package of issues. Patients get screened now before they go into hospital if they're high risk for MRSA in particular. So there's a lot of things that people have been doing.
How are you feeling? Much better. Good. Yeah.
But inevitably, patients worry. We met Karina here, recovering from a kidney transplant.
I think with the newspapers pushing the stories about these superbugs, I was concerned.
The government have put the NHS under a lot of pressure to cut costs from £20 billion. The one thing we don't need to cut is training and infection control. They must be ring-fenced.
Hospital-acquired infections cost the NHS an estimated £1 billion every year. The key to reducing that figure, they'll tell you here, 21st century technology combined with a good old-fashioned scrub.
Let me introduce you to Diane, who's the Director of Infection Control here at the hospital. Good morning to you, Diane.
Good morning.
We've seen obviously the spray that you're using here at the hospital, but there are other techniques too, aren't there?
We will continue to work with Johnson & Johnson Medical in terms of using the Glossair product, but we've also got something really exciting happening here. We're building a new hospital. We should have that new hospital in about 3 years' time, which will be 100% single rooms, one of the first hospitals in the country to have that, which will make managing infections so much easier for us as an organisation.
It's an expensive business though, isn't it, trying to keep infection at bay?
Yeah, I don't think you can put a price on patient safety, and it's important that we put investment where we're going to improve outcomes for patients, and that's what we're committed to in this trust.
Now, I'm intrigued by the arms that we've got down here this morning. What are these about?
This was something that we implemented about 2.5 years ago. We moved from something called a ported cannula, and you can see there's a very small port on here which, if it's not kept down at all times, it would allow pathogens to get in there and increase the risk of infection to patients. So we moved from that product to a non-ported cannula, which again reduces the risk of patients acquiring bacteremias.
Okay, thank you very much for speaking to us this morning. Very briefly, I just want to introduce you to Mary here. Mary, how are you feeling first of all?
A little bit better now.
Was superbugs something that concerned you when you came into the hospital?
Not really, because I was so ill. I was glad to come in.
Okay, well, we wish you all the very best for your recovery. We'll be speaking to you a bit later on as the morning progresses. Thanks very much, Mary. There you go. So that's it for now from the Royal Liverpool Hospital. We'll be broadcasting from here all morning, so we'll see you shortly.